Okay. Um, I hope you get a chance to see the last video. It's a long video, but it's a video that gives you an idea of reality versus a fantasy that is created. These perps, they live life contouring reality and creating false reality. It's disgusting because they dedicate their life in something that is so falsified. And and I know that with perps, I can distinguish what kind of perps they are based on how they act and say things and dedicate themselves. I've noticed that people with less in regard of like what else going on in their life and what to show for are more dedicated than people with more. It seems like for some people, this is all they have in a sense of like this is to them. It's like they have a chip on the shoulder that they don't have much to show for, and they come up with this like even more of a fantasized reality than others. And I've realized some people are like, oh, now I'm so dedicated. You're gonna do this, and I'm like, these people are so out of touch. You so dedicated to be wearing your sweatpants, your PJs, sit there, observe, manipulate, and do nothing in your life but that. In a program where you can manipulate you're sad. It's so pathetic. But to me, you see who's talking, like, okay, you actually look like what you're saying. I see that reality in your life is something that you could very easily design in ways that are very um, special and different from reality. And their mind, you can see some people making themselves believe in some kind of wars. And it's like you are just such a loser to even think this is close to anything like war. You literally sit here, do what you need to do, and there's nothing I can do about it because I'm a test subject. And you are not doing that because it's your wealth, that's your resources. You're just working for these governmental entities that does this all around the world. Now, understand, um, there's going to be a coping mechanism and a way to deal with the reality of what they're part of. But I refuse to let them escape. On top of that, they live life rewiring memories and manipulating reality in every way possible. Matter of fact, this video is about that. The truth is, I made a video about that before. It's just I make so many videos that I don't title them in ways I can easily retrieve them, right? So I'm like, oh wow, you really. And what's the part that's so sad? It's not even sad. Actually, I'm glad that they live. I pray that they continue to be dedicated in living life like that because they watch me, and because I make these videos and I purposely do that. Literally making videos describing how they manipulate memories, but it comes in the changes of your memories seems to get worse with time. And with time, your brain seems to be more manipulated, more changeable. Your memories become more eroded, and the change of memories seems to be easier. So I make videos as soon as they start manipulating me. So because a month or so, 2 months, 3 months, a year, this memory is gonna be completely rewired in different ways, and I will have no recollection or not even recollection. I will not even experience my memory. uh, I will never experience the memory how my experience was actually at the time. It will always be changed. So I will only talk about a memory I once was experiencing the normal way, and today will never be the case. It's like a legend of never. It's just like something I used to experience that, in regard of like that was I experienced it in this way, but I will never experience it this way again. My memory will be changed forever. I will never be able to experience the memory the way I experienced it before, and this is why you have so many memory experience and memory manipulation that you see in my videos, because it's been continuously happening, and this is something I've talked about multiple times, and because it was not too long ago, it took some while for it to become what it is today. So today is to the level where it's completely gone the way they manipulate and rewire memories. And then, but the thing is, I've made this video about this specific moment so many times, and I'm like, wow, you have the capability to block our reality to that level. This is some level of escapism that is surreal. I can only imagine what kind of people these people are. For them to be able to just distance themselves from reality at that every day, they watch me and manipulate me. This thing that I brought it up so many times. They had to be there, listen to it, and at the time it was not as manipulated as it is today because as I said, your memories are eroding, and so it means that you can change them even easier. And they still have to gaslight you. I'm like, wow, this is the life of. I just wonder, like, what is the life of such pathetic human being like you? Like, I don't. Even, I know it's not going to be something impressive, but it's crazy that you doing that to yourself. You don't have no self-esteem. Like, do you have respect yourself? Do you even respect yourself? That you still have to act, and you know I'm not the type of person who's going to let you go escape into that manipulated reality you just created. They know that. That's why I'm going to go through some horrible things more than perhaps what I could have gone. Because I'm not somebody who gives them the luxury of going to this escapism. I don't. I bring up this is what I actually experienced and this is what they're changing, and they're really acting a guy and guys like me into try to make me accept this false version. And then as I'm saying that's like, oh, you're gonna be lamed. Yes, you do that. You are handicapping men, women, and even children. But this false memory is what has sad and pathetic your low life is. I will be handicapped. But man, you as a fully functioning individual have so little respect for yourself. And I'd rather be a handicapped dying in the street than live life doing what you do with the ability to have some kind of dignity in your life and self-respect. But because you're so intoxicated with this technology and what it's able to do, that you are here being such a low life. When you had the ability to live a life with somewhat respect. For yourself at least. Now you're here making yourself sound a certain way, to talking to me via V2K. It's like, you're suffering. It's like grown ass men and women. Or at least people who should respect themselves. To try to box in this manipulation that you know I'm not going to make you, I'm never going to let you live your fantasy. Of course, I know it's falsified. But not only I know, I'm glad I was able to speak about it multiple times. I'm sure I can find the video of this moment again. Target video. My memory manipulations have been the videos I've made perhaps the most. And every time they change the memories, they go into the way they're talking about to try to get you to accept these false memories. Even the ones that I was literally saying, oh, listen, so this is the memory that I've talked about multiple times, but now he has gone even further away into the manipulated version. So before August 19, 2019, I recognized something was happening. I didn't know what. I bring back this memory where I remember coming back from the gym shortly before August 19, 2019, and I see a black man with his little black girl, holding his hand. And I'm looking at them. It's a wholesome scene, but I know something is off. I'm looking at him, and he says something like, I know what you like. Me at this point, I don't understand what's happening. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm thinking, yeah, I like. If you talk about this, he's like, yeah, I like that. I like to see a black man with his daughter, because sometimes this is an issue, or with a child. Because sometimes the father, the black man, is not with the kids. So seeing that to me is something I like to see. This is how I'm thinking at the time. I'm not understanding that prepping something here, disgusting. Now I recognize what he was trying to say is this because it's a black little girl. He's trying to talk about something disgustingly pedophilia centric. And at the time, I'm thinking he's talking about, hey, this black man, he's being a father. Which I like to see that. Now, they were all literally prepping for the moment where, after August 19, 2019, my brain will be rewired and manipulated for me at this point now to experience nasty stimulations when I see babies like that. By the time it hasn't started yet. Now, in my previous videos, I used to talk about this is a proof that I'm being manipulated because why did I not experience that at the time? Today, this memory is manipulated to now experience this nasty stimulation or reaction I have. Manipulated to have now. and you see how they try to play with me because they have rewired my brain. Today, if I saw a black little girl like that, I will get some nasty stimulations, which is the design reaction they can make me experience. At the time, I did not experience that. But what they're doing is they're going to my memories, making me experience what I'm experiencing today. And make it seem like now we see you had that. It's like now you're manipulating my brain. And I know I talked about how, and in my last, not in my last, in multiple videos of mine about memory manipulation, I bring that part. Matter of fact, I was using that as like, that's proof that my brain is being rewired because what happened then? Now, what they're doing to counter that, they're changing my memories to make me experience the stimulation they make me have today. Because that is a proof and an indication that something has to happen to my brain for me to experience this thing. And at that time, I did not experience this nasty stimulation, which proved that my brain is being manipulated for me to experience this reaction. Because I would have experienced the same reaction I'm experiencing today if my brain was naturally like that. So to counter that, what they're doing is they're just going to my memory, make me experience this stimulation that they make me have today. And so you see that's that, and then they like try to frustrate me, like try to make me feel scared. It's like now you feel like that. You see proof we mapped it. You just changed the memory to make me have this nasty stimulation. And yes, at the time they were prepping to make me experience these things. That's right before August 19, 2019. Because shortly after that, that's when my brain got manipulated to experience these nasty things. But at the time, I was clueless of what the hell he was talking about. I had none of this nasty stimulation, but they're changing my memories this way. Matter of fact, I used to use this moment as a proof that, you see, why did I not have anything why did I not experience any of this? Oh, now I do. In my memories of it. And I've said that multiple times. But so you gotta understand the level of like distancing from reality they have to deal with, to gaslight you. I said, I don't care what it does to them psychologically, but I can guarantee you this is not people who are fully input in connected with reality. I think that's what they call it, their reality. And some of them are really actually children. Can you imagine living, like, being groomed to create this false reality and try to live in that reality? I'm glad this low life are just destroying their kids like that. Because psychologically, for sure, this is not beneficial. You're out here saying it's our reality. You're out here creating false reality, memory manipulation, and then because reality comes in one way or another. And then now it's proof. I was like, yeah, it's proof that you just manipulate my memories, and it's proof that how memory manipulation, is so ongoing with me. Because this is something that you literally use in the sense of showing the before and after. Why was I not expressing that? What happened to the thing that I'm expressing today when I see black little girls? This is a black little girl that today I would be forced to get nasty stimulation. I didn't experience that at the time. But today what's happening is they're going back to my memory, make me experience that, and manipulate my memory to have this stimulation. I remember having that, and they were like slowly trying to do that. But because it was not too long ago, they didn't want to make it too obvious. So now my brain is extremely more fried than ever. So today they can really change this memory in this fashion. And it's going to get worse. But the sad part about this is because I made videos about this. It's up there. It's like, it's me. I've put this on my YouTube channel. So in one of my videos, you can literally hear me say these things. But today, the difference between those videos then and now is now my memories of that. I'm getting the stimulations that they can design me to experience today and manipulate that in my memories. Oh, and they were so quiet. And they said, oh, got you. I was like, what? The way they can really act accordingly is scary. It's like, you are really that stupid. No, let me say that. You're really that, not even stupid. That's not the right word. This is the word that made me say. You're really that, you lack self-esteem to that level. I will feel embarrassed. I'm here listening to this guy saying, what happened then? Why did I not? And now I'm like, I'm supposed to change the memory, but I heard this man say the same thing about like 20 times. And now that we're changing the memory, I'm like, okay, well, am I supposed to dumb myself down like this? It's so nasty. So you can understand, reality is so painted and designed in some way. Sometimes it's so obvious. Because this is not something that I've not addressed, not even addressed, and talked about in regard of Why did I not experience that? This is a black little girl. And in my brain, they were trying to create this back by something, some battles. But it's like, what did I not experience? This stimulation, this reaction that you mapped at the time. So that's proof that my brain is being rewired. But now my memory, now this mapped reaction is now implanted in my memories. And then you have these perps with very little respect for themselves. Getting nice snapped. You hear this, bottom feeders? This is the pathetic life. You see the level of self-respect they have? This is why I'm so thankful I'm not living life like them. This is their job. Do you know the level of self-trickery they have to create? Do you know the lack of self-respect you have to try to make you accept this thing? And then now you'll see. I'm like, Jesus. Whatever I'll see, I'm just thankful God that they get to see or hear how sad and pathetic life these people have to be. Has a lack of self-esteem they have to be. My torture is not going to be long enough for them to live off this. In this moment, they had to live this indignified life. You heard the noise campaign. I'm so glad this person did this. This is the level of patheticness we're talking about. And after she slammed the door, what she didn't hear is like she said, "Oh, you hurt." I was like, wow. This again is something that I would love. I'm glad that this perp did this at this moment, to let you know how pathetic these perps are and why you should be thankful. Listen, what they're doing is not hard. You just make noise campaign, then run back to the apartment. This is not brave work. This is sad, cowardly work. This trash made a noise campaign to try to get me to somehow accept this false memory. I'm supposed to be scared now. I'm supposed to identify two false memories that they manipulate me, that I've been talking about why before I did not experience that. And all of a sudden your memory is experiencing a reaction that you didn't experience at the time. And they really try to like erase my memory enough to be like, maybe no, none of this. But in fact, this was a clear moment for me that I kept bringing up while I was making my videos, saying, I did not get any of these things. What happened then? If you're saying is, so I was using that moment as like, listen, that is proof that this black little girl thing that you make me experience today is something you manipulate me to experience, because I did not experience this at the time. Today, to counter reality, because they don't have no even self-respect. You will try to be like, okay, let me be smooth about these things. He's been talking about it a lot. For him, it was like a proof that something, what happened? What happened? And why did I not get the nasty estimation he will get today? Oh, no, now, zero self-respect. Oh, no, man, we're going to change that. By the way, I've been making videos about memory manipulation, like hundreds of them. Literally describing what they're doing. I would think that we're going to be a little bit smooth about it. It's like, okay, go ahead. That's why I'm going to be this prophet. Target individuals stay strong. But be thankful that your life could have been this life. This person who did this make noise campaign, in their mind, they probably think they're like these soldiers and warriors. So slam the door. You cowardly low life. We are test subjects for these governmental entities. They're using us as guinea pigs and playing with our brain, our bodies, and our memories, everything, and try to trick us and deceive us into accepting this rewiring that we're experiencing. And there are people all around you who's supposed to break you down into accepting this manipulation. But some of these people that make this noise campaign, if you look at them, you see through the patheticness of human beings. Where is your self-respect? You can tell me how I'm going to be castrated every day, but trust me, I'd rather be castrated than having to live life like you. Oh, they use tonality, you're going to be castrated. It's like, are you going to grow some more balls? Because look at this pathetic life that you're living. Go make some more noise campaign. You with testicles. So my target individuals stay strong.